DAO tooling startups avoiding, and then building solutions that are addressing symptoms rather than root causes. So that thing there. But then the other thing that we started to realize as we were going down these routes is this dynamic of, like, you have a team and they're focusing on building the product, and that's how the new DAO or the new startup, or essentially this new organization that's building a solution, starts. And then really quickly you're like, okay, I need to fundraise, and I need to figure out compensation for the team, and how is the whole thing governed, or progressive decentralization. Am I actually going that way? And if I'm not going down the progressive decentralization route, then the issue is that I'm very different from the customers, or at least I'm not necessarily really understanding how DAOs are operating, or I cannot experience those problems the same way. Like, there is less empathy with my customer base. But then if I want to go down the progressive decentralization route and be more DAO, well, it's a lot of work, and it's yet another thing that I need to look after. And of course, there is all the other things, like the team culture and the way you're doing it, like your onboarding or attracting people and hiring and managing and so on and so on. And there is just like all of these different adjacent problems that a team is trying to solve all by themselves. And when we start seeing, is one of the amazing patterns that we can have in DAOs is this idea of collaboration over competition. So is there a way we can break down this problem and enable the builders to just focus on building, like enable the product team to be in that solution space, to do the fast prototyping, the iterating, the testing features and so on, that they are very well, as a team, very well designed to do, very well geared to do and execute on, while then we can have some other way to support them with the other challenges, essentially offering a sort of organizational infrastructure. So instead of a startup like a new DAO tooling project starting on their own in the wild, in the ecosystem, trying to build networks, trying to figure out how they operate as a team, while at the same time trying to do the R&D, and with very limited resources at the early stages, as we were saying, because who can afford a multidisciplinary R&D lab or team of researchers from the early stages? Like, at best, if you have a couple of people, that's going to be great, and you kind of need those two people to think very much alike, so they gel and they feel they want to start a project together and so on. So it's not necessarily a space where you're going to have huge diversity of perspectives and be able to go really deep and find those juicier insights that save you so much time and so much money down the line. You're more like trying to just get by in the short term and hoping that you can do that later on. But what if we flip that equation, and instead of these teams trying to solve all of those problems with very limited resources, so having to cut a lot of corners from the start and then dealing with the consequences of that as they go along, what if we could actually give them a lot more support from the early stages? And that meant that instead of each project trying to do the whole thing on their own, we collaborate around it. So we're now starting to explore this incubation offer, where we can partner with a team building a specific solution, again, as long as it's very DAO solution oriented. And we can offer the organizational infrastructure, because across all the research projects that we're doing on figuring out how DAOs should operate, we are dogfooding that and really applying it to have sort of best-in-class team collaboration process and DAO structure, DAO systems. And then a new project that is starting can leverage a lot of those insights and fast track their development journey. So we offer them this sort of team coaching and processes and systems and so on, so they don't have to figure it out themselves. They just leverage our infrastructure, both cultural, technological, community infrastructure, the sort of idea of community as a service or organization design as a service. And then they can focus on building on their specific project. And what we're now starting to find with that is that this model of intrapreneurship as opposed to entrepreneurship makes a lot more sense in Web3 than it even did in Web2, because the teams can really have a lot of autonomy. And also, it doesn't necessarily need to be that they're only working with us as, let's say, as a parent DAO or something that is incubating them. But we can also partner with other DAOs, like Metagame, for example. If there is a DAO tooling project that is starting to be incubated within Metagame, between Metagame and our DAO, we can partner together, work together on making that new project as successful as possible by us also bringing the different expertise that we accumulated across the research projects, and adding it to the mix. So, I mean, that's roughly the idea. That's about us. Research and development DAOs, by DAOs, for DAOs. Some of the projects that we're working on, it's a bit pitchy, so I won't leave it there too much. But if you wanna get engaged, have a chat with us, just use the QR code and hopefully see you around.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. One question. What involvement do you have with Sobol? Is it a tool you're using, or are you actually building Sobol?
It's a tool we are using, and then we partner with them for the SubDAO research project. The one where, the same with the other thing. So we're now exploring the possibility to build or work in a well-being analytics tool. I know in Metagame there is also some ideas, so we also need to have that conversation and then hopefully bring it together.
Well, great. Thank you so much for your time, Daniel. Wonderful to talk to you today and learn more about RNDAO.
Thank you.
Lauren, how's it going? Good to see you back from the panel.
Yeah, thanks for having me back. I'm glad to be here.
So I believe today we're going to be talking about Giveth. Is that right?
Yeah, we're going to be talking about Giveth. I'm really excited to kind of share a little bit about like what we've been working on, what there is now, what's coming.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much for your time and joining us today. I'll turn the floor over to you. If you need me, I'll be here, and really excited to hear what you have to say. Thank you.
Sounds good. I'm going to share my screen, and was having some trouble with like the settings. So if it's not looking good and you want to jump in and share it for me, then just let me know. But we'll try. I'll try to just share my screen for starters now.
Okay. It looks good for me right now.
Okay, perfect. Nice. Okay, well, welcome everybody. My talk is Giveth, where giving gives back. So just to introduce myself briefly, my name is Lauren Luce, and my Twitter handle is @KarmaticAcid. I am a steward for the Token Engineering Commons, a member of the Trusted Seed at the Common Stack. And at Giveth, I do a lot. Like Giveth is where I hang out mostly in the space. I work as our communications steward and also do a lot of management of Give economy products. I'm super passionate about public goods and about the creation of collective abundance for society. So public goods are things like homeless shelters, free education systems, open source software, paved roads, these things that are non-excludable and non-rivalrous goods and services ultimately benefit the entire collective. So I'll kind of get into a little bit about Giveth, but before I get into Giveth, I just kind of want to outline a little bit about the problem in the public space, especially the meat space, public goods space currently, which is this, that society depends on sacrifice. So right now, to fund these public goods that we all enjoy and we all depend on, like paved roads, we depend on either nonprofits or governments. And both of these organizations depend on sacrifice in order to get funding. Nonprofits depend on donations. They have this system of having to beg for funds in order to create this value for society. And on the government side, governments are depend on taxpayers to provide this income, to provide those public goods. And then in these systems as well, there's no feedback mechanisms. Like there's no feedback mechanisms really between the taxpayers and the governments. There's no way that the taxpayers can really tell the government that they like the public goods that they provided, except for like once in a while they get to vote. And it's the same with the nonprofit donation space. There's not a lot of feedback between the public goods that are being provided, the people that are enjoying them, and then where that funding is coming from. And everybody along the way is losing. So this is where Giveth comes in. So if you guys aren't familiar with Giveth, I'll introduce Giveth a little bit more. So what is Giveth? Giveth, first and foremost, is a DAO. Giveth is a DAO, and our mission is to reward and empower those who give. We're really on a mission to solve this problem that creating collective abundance depends on sacrifice. We want to make systems that they make it so that you can create public goods and everybody along the way gets rewarded and empowered to continue doing that. So Giveth came about in 2016 with a group of altruistic white hat hackers from the DAO. So it's a group of people that have been around in the space for a really long time and understand that the tools that we're building in DAOs for this decentralized governance and also having token economies is extremely impactful for creating sustainable revenue models. So this is kind of like the long-term vision of Giveth. But in order to tackle this problem of what public goods funding is now, we need to start with what we have available now. So a donation platform. This is where we're starting. The donation platform of Giveth is can be found at giveth.io. And it's a zero-fee donation platform on Ethereum. So we facilitate donations on mainnet Ethereum or on Gnosis Chain if you want to save gas. And in order to create a project and start raising funds, it's absolutely free. And then in order to start donating as well, you just need to connect with your wallet and you can start sending funds to the projects that you care about. The funds aren't held by any intermediaries. They're not held by Giveth. We're not taking a cut out of this donation. The funds are actually going directly from the wallet of the donor to the wallet of the project. And this is all peer-to-peer on the blockchain. And what the Giveth.io website does as well is it just shows these donations and the donations to the projects, and it shows the project's profile. So it's a streamlined peer-to-peer donation platform for public goods projects. And on Giveth, you can find thousands, like actually thousands of amazing projects. Everything from feeding the homeless in Chilliwack, BC to Solidity development courses for Farsi speakers to land regeneration, and even public goods DAOs like Metagame have projects on Giveth and are raising funds for their For Good initiatives to create this collective abundance. And if you wanted to donate to any of these projects, it's super easy to do so. You just select a token from this list, either on mainnet Ethereum or on Gnosis Chain, and you just send the funds. They go from your wallet to the wallet of the project that you want. Super easy, super easy. And it's probably hard to see, but there's confetti when you donate. And I really like that moment of celebration. It's like, it makes you feel good for being a donor. Like the process of donating is like this easy, streamlined thing. You just go in and you can send projects to the people that you care about. And this is the starting line. But as I was saying before, like our mission at Giveth is really to reward and empower those who give. So a donation platform is still has the same problems as traditional charity structures. There's still this like giving, losing, sacrificing, lacking of feedback mechanism. So what really makes Giveth different? What sets us apart from other donation platforms? And enter Givebacks. So Givebacks is a super exciting program, and Givebacks is really where giving gives back. It's a program where when you donate to a verified project, you actually get give tokens back. You get give tokens for your donation. So 100% of the funds still go from you to the project you care about, and Giveth pays you to give with Give. So this doesn't apply to every project. It doesn't apply to any project that's on Giveth. It actually only applies to public goods projects. So it's projects that can show that they are providing value to society. So we have a system for verifying projects and basically vetting them to make sure that they are who they say they are, and that's our project verification system. So the project verification system is kind of broken down like this. First, you can create a project. You create a project, anybody can do that and start raising funds right away. You can start raising funds right away and not be part of the Givebacks program. And then the next step is to apply to become verified by filling out a type form. And then the type form asks questions like, how are you using the funds? It asks for proof of that you're using the funds in the way that you say you are, and some credibility. So it's like it asks for links to social media where you show the impact that these funds you're being raised are having on the collective. And we have an amazing team of project verification people like Ashley, who's been like leading this system and leading this team for the last year and a half. And they go through these applications and they basically vet these projects. They make sure that they are who they say they are. And then once they pass that seal of approval, they get this verified badge right here that's circled in the bottom here. So the metagame project, which is live on Giveth right now, is a verified project. So if you were to donate to the metagame project, 100% of your donation would go to metagame. And Giveth pays you in Give. You get Give tokens back, no strings attached for that donation. So it's a super, super cool system. And actually there's a few elements of givebacks that make it really, really special that I really want to emphasize here, because it's not only just, okay, you give and you get something back, but it actually changes the donation space and cuts the bureaucracy. It's like tax deductible donations, but without governments and without borders. Like, why should you have to be paying taxes in a country and like the country that of the public goods project you want to give to? If you care about a public goods project that's on the other side of the world and they're doing good work over there, it should be possible that you can donate to them and then also get some sort of benefit, some sort of return for it. So I love this meme. It's the meme of, wait, it's all one planet. And it always has been. It's like we are all part of the same planet. And so we can support public goods projects that are providing value for the whole world from anywhere in the world. And this is kind of like some of the potential that's coming up with like the tooling and infrastructure that we're building in Web3. And Givebacks is kind of furthering that and bringing that into like the donation space and sort of mimicking this tax deductible donation thing, but on a global level. Another amazing thing about Givebacks is that it actually provides an economic upside to donating. So that means that you can actually make money on donating, and not only just get back something for what you're giving, but you can actually make more money than you donated in the first place. And this is made possible by something we call the Give stream. So the way that givebacks are distributed is actually in two parts. You get one part, which is liquid and claimable immediately, is this number right here at the top. It's like some amount of give that you can harvest right away. It goes right to your wallet. And then you also get something called a give stream. You get a part of your givebacks back in a give per week flow rate that's flowing continuously over time. So this is like, you get some that you can claim immediately and send to your wallet, and then it means that you're going to get this extra 0.99 give every week until 2026 when the give stream ends. So the givebacks is separated into these two different parts thanks to the give stream. And this is actually what makes the potential to make money on your donation. So I made this chart, and it's kind of it's exciting and like a little like interesting to explain. So bear with me as we kind of walk through it. But we create a character. I'm creating a character. Her name is Alice. And Alice knows that Father's Day is coming up. And so she wants to donate to her father's favorite public goods project. Her father really cares about cleaning rainwater systems. So Alice finds a gray water filtration system on Giveth, and she donates on behalf of her father in June 2022. This weekend on Father's Day. It's Father's Day this weekend. So she donates $100 and on this date, June 22. Alice's dollar value that she gets from that donation, because she gave $100 away, is minus $100. And we'll say that the Give token price at the time of donation is 5 cents, which is what it is about right now. So it takes a little bit of time for givebacks to get distributed. And the way that we calculate the givebacks is we take 75% of the value of Alice's donation when she donated it, and we give her that amount back in Give tokens. So 75% of the $100 she donated is $75. With the Give token price at 5 cents, when givebacks are distributed a couple of weeks later, Alice gets a total of 1,500 Give, but part of it is claimable immediately, and part of it is streaming over time. So Alice can harvest 300 Give, put it in her wallet right away, send it, trade it, do whatever she wants with it. And then she has this 1,200 Give, which is actually in a flow rate. So she's actually getting some Give per week coming out of this 1,200 Give. And then as the Give stream flows, if the Give price goes up, and even if it just goes up to what it was last week, if it goes up to 10 cents, the Give stream will flow, and Alice will eventually get all of that Give in her wallet, or she'll get that Give liquid and available to claim. And if the value of Give goes up from 5 cents to 10 cents, she'll actually get a total value of $150 back. So She donated $100. She got $75 of Give tokens back. And then over time, as the Give stream flows, the Give price went up and she got $150. So it's a kind of cool system, and it's a really cool system because, like, if you are a donor and you're using Giveth and you become part of this ecosystem, not only can you get something back for your donation, there's actually the potential for you to even make money off your donation, which has never been possible before. Donating is always a gift. It's a sacrifice. It's giving something away. So, but why give? So what's the point of getting Give back? What can you even do with Give? So the first, there's actually a ton of utility for Give. And the first one I want to highlight right now and kind of like reiterate this point that the Giveth ecosystem is rewarding and empowering those who give. So I want to talk about the Give Farm. So in order for the GiveBacks program to be successful, you need to have liquidity for the Give token. So because of this, we created the Give Farms to provide rewards to the people that are supporting the Give economy, that are providing liquidity for the Give token. Those people are heroes because we need liquidity providers. We need liquidity for the Give token. And so those people are actually supporting and uplifting the Giveth ecosystem. So we reward them, again, with more Give tokens. We reward them with a stream of Give, some claimable now and some claimable over time. Another thing that you could do if you didn't want to provide liquidity is actually just stake your Give tokens in the 100% Give staking pool. You could donate, get Give back, harvest it, stake it in the 100% Give staking pool, and then earn a yield on those Give tokens as well. And the really cool thing about our 100% Give staking pool is that when you put your Give tokens in that pool, you're actually claiming your governance rights in the Giveth DAO. So I'll kind of like step into a little bit of how Giveth governance works, and then like how you can actually use those tokens and what it really means to have the Giveth governance token, by starting with our forum. So the forum is like really the foundation of decentralized governance at Giveth. The Giveth forum, forum.giveth.io, is action-packed. It is full of tons of proposals, everything from creating NFTs to creating an analytics dashboard onto Giveth to sending swag to ETH Barcelona. There's all kinds of interesting governance proposals in the Giveth forum, and we have, as a community culture, we have something called advice process, where a proposal gets put up into the forum and it's left there for 5 days to a week so that the people who are affected by the decision and the people who have experience on the subject matter can provide their input. So this is like where Giveth governance begins. And then if a proposal passes, once a proposal gets a little bit of advice, there's a little bit of talking on the forum proposal, it can move into the Give Garden. So the Give Garden is a platform for decentralized governance over the common pool. It's the platform for decentralized governance over the common pool of Give that is controlled by Give holders, by the members of the Giveth DAO. So the Gardens platform is actually created by OneHive, onehive.org. They're superheroes, and they created this framework so that anybody can put their DAO framework onto the garden and create a garden for their DAO and use this platform. And we use it for Giveth. So as I was mentioning before, with your Give tokens, you can stake them in the 100% Give staking pool. And when you do that, you unlock your governance in the Give Garden. Once you have your governance power in the Give Garden, you can vote on the proposals. You can read the proposals in the forum and decide which ones you think the Giveth DAO should allocate funding to. So if you're a donor using Giveth and you really would like to see some statistics on the platform, some analytics on the platform that are showing how much total donations, who's the top donor, you could put your Give tokens, stake your Give tokens on a proposal that's requesting funding to build that feature and actually get that feature added onto the platform that you're a part of. The next governance platform that we use is Snapshot. And Snapshot is really cool actually because not only does it count people who are using and staking their Give tokens in the 100% Give staking pool, it also considers all Give tokens that are being used to provide liquidity and that are in people's wallets on mainnet and on Gnosis chain. And we use Snapshot for decision making on important decisions. And actually, we just passed a proposal in Snapshot where the question was, should we allocate more Give to continue rewarding liquidity providers in the Give farm? So if you're a Give farmer, if you're providing liquidity and earning rewards in the Give farm, you can actually use that give, like the captured governance power of the liquidity you're providing for Give, to vote on a proposal that says, yeah, I want these rewards to keep continuing for 2 months. So like the Give token is, the Giveth DAO is a DAO. It is like a DAO through and through to its core. And the Give token has a ton of utility in order to actually shape the platform that you're participating in and the community that you're part of. We also use TokenLog, and like major shout out to Wesley from the Ethereum Foundation that created TokenLog as an open source software that anybody can use and put up votes. And we're actually using TokenLog right now. We're just getting started with it to allow people to nominate projects that they want to see added to Giveth. Like if you really like Greenpeace, for example, you could nominate Greenpeace and be like, hey, I want this project on Giveth because I want to donate to them and get givebacks. And Give token holders can vote on those projects, those nominations, to signal their support. And then whichever projects get the most support, our team will do active, focused outreach on trying to onboard them onto the platform. So donors who are giving and getting Give tokens back can actually have a say in which projects they want to see on the platform, which ones they want to donate to some more. So that's how the Give token is being used right now. And actually something I'm really, really excited to share with you is it's kind of my baby. It's something that I've been working on for, well, actually like the last 6 months, and we're going to be launching it sometime this year. It's a new product that's going to be added to the Giveth ecosystem to provide more utility for the Give token. And it is called Give Power. So Give Power is super exciting. Give Power is really coming back to this mission to reward and empower those who give, and to get out of this idea that you need to sacrifice in order to do it. With Give Power, you'll be able to, like the way that it works is you'll be able to stake and lock your Give tokens. It'll kind of look like that 100% Give staking card. You can stake and lock your Give tokens and earn a yield. The longer you lock your tokens for, the greater the yield you earn. And you also get something called Give Power. Give Power can be thought of kind of like a token that you can use to support, to stake on, and boost your favorite projects on Giveth. So if you really care about the metagame project, you could stake and lock your Give tokens, earn a yield, and then boost the metagame project with your Give Power. And then what does that mean? It means that when people donate to the metagame project, they actually get more Give tokens back. So people who are looking at the Giveth platform know that when they donate to top boosted projects, they get more Give tokens back via give back. So it's kind of like an additional reward or an additional incentive for people to donate to the projects that you care about. So just to kind of like show you, this is like alpha leak of our Figma with the modals for how Give Power will look, just to kind of illustrate and solidify that idea a little bit more. You'll be able to choose the amount of Give you want to stake and then lock it for a number of rounds. Rounds are 2-week periods. And so you can choose how many rounds you want to lock your tokens for, and the longer you lock for, the greater your multiplier. Your multiplier affects both your APR and the amount of Give Power that you get. And then once you get that Give Power, you can boost projects. You can allocate it to a certain project saying that I like this project and I support it, and become a supporter. And then that project will increase its project ranking. And then the projects who are getting boosted in their ranking, actually their donors get more give backs. So it's actually really creating a win-win scenario for Give token holders and for projects. Instead of just having to, the only option to support projects is by donating, you can actually even support projects while earning a yield. Give token holders can stake and lock their tokens, support the projects they care about, and earn a yield without sacrificing anything. And then projects benefit by rising through the ranks and attracting more donors to their project. And also, another thing that we're going to add in with Give Power is the use of matching funds. The Giveth matching pool on Giveth that you can donate to. And the top boosted projects, the top ranked projects on Giveth via Give Power holders will get a greater percentage of those matching funds from the Giveth matching pool. So it's really a win-win relationship between people who have Give tokens and stake and the projects. And it's starting to create a line of communication between Give holders and projects. And this is a really, really critical component to the future roadmap of Giveth. And actually this feature, this Give Power feature, is expected to come out sometime within the next few months. I'm working very hard on it. You know, you can never know with these like development projects. There's all kinds of different obstacles, but it will be out by the end of the year, and I hope out in the next few months. And it's a critical step on the way to the ultimate Giveth mission, which you may have heard like little inklings about in talks from Griffin. I've talked about it a little bit before too, which is GIRVs. So we affectionately call it GIRVs. GIRVs will be regenerative microeconomies for public goods projects. It's essentially providing a token economy for the nonprofits that are on Giveth. So we talked a little bit about like, the issues with the current public goods funding structure. It's like people have to donate and sacrifice in order to support the projects that they care about. And we want to move away from that. We want to create systems where people can actually support and provide capital or provide labor and expertise to a project, and then actually get something out of it in return. So this is GIRVs. GIRVs is where everything changes. It's where we change the way that the world works. Give token holders will be able to bootstrap these microeconomies so that nonprofit projects can become DAOs of their own with their own token economies. So then instead of donating to the project and giving something away, you can actually invest in the project by buying its token, by actually supporting and bolstering the economy even further. And then in this way, the nonprofit project can also give those tokens to their volunteers, the people who are providing labor and expertise. So the public goods creation can actually be created in a decentralized way with the donors, which are actually investors, and the volunteers, which are actually, and everybody involved actually become shareholders. And everybody along the way benefits individually when the collective succeeds. So Giveth is a donation platform, and it's really, but really what it is the place where giving gives back. You start with givebacks, donate to projects, get give tokens. And then you can use those give tokens to support the economy, participate in governments, and earn even more. Then with Give Power, you can take sacrifice out of the equation and support the projects you care about while earning a yield. And then when GIRVs comes, we're going to eliminate donors and volunteers, make everybody a shareholder, an investor, and create systems where every individual benefits from supporting the collective, and we create more abundance for the entire world. So major shout out to Griff for helping me prepare this talk, to Rodri for making my slides beautiful. I'm not that artistic. To Tommy, Anna, and Penguin for bringing me on here, and to everybody watching. I hope that you come join the Giveth ecosystem. Donate, get involved, and join us in building the future of giving.
Great. Thanks so much, Lauren. Yeah, Giveth is an amazing platform. I love everything you're doing. I think you put it really plainly, is that our society kind of depends on sacrifice. And if we look at infrastructure, everyone has got different problems around their community. Roads that have been worked on for 20 years are still not fixed. And we have a chance to not repeat the same mistakes and kind of break the mold. As you say, like this win-win positive sum game is a chance that we have to flip supporting infrastructure and communities on its head. So I really appreciate everything that you're doing and all the communication that Giveth is doing. So thank you so much, Lauren.
Thank you, Penguin. I really appreciate it.
So next up, we have Jared Lucas, Cap Slap, talking about Luminal DAO.